Hello everyone, good evening. So today is a very important and special class. Uh, I think I'm audible to you all. You can hear me, right? Okay. So this preliminary examination is coming. The prelims is coming, like we say the winter is coming, the prelims is coming. Yes. So before that, I welcome you all to SSM Sharda Educations. So today we are going to talk about a very important thing that we have everyone should discuss. Okay. Before going into the next day, that is tomorrow, because I have given you a proper, I will be giving you today a proper 60-day plan, because you can ask me, ma'am, this there are more than 60 days, but I'm just giving you a proper solid 60-day plan. Ignore the days that you might not feel like studying, you might be stressed, you want to take a break, or there is a function that you definitely have to attend, so leave that. So I'm taking a relaxation of 2 to 5 days. So this 60-day plan is a solid plan which, if you all follow, you can be clearing this exam. But provided that, one thing I tell everyone about is, you should have a honest preparation. Okay, first and foremost thing which is important in preparation is honesty. You should be honest to yourself, because you are the one who knows. See, when there is someone, okay, outside, um, who's seeing that you are preparing, might think that okay, this person is preparing real hard. But that honesty is very important when it comes to yourself. You should be very honest when you're preparing. So the idea, the content I'm giving you now, the checklist I'm giving you now, but if you honestly follow it, there is a very high possibility of you clearing this preliminary examination. Number two, I want you all to do smart work. Don't worry, I'll tell you about the smart work, how this has to be done, why this has to be done, everything I will tell you people. Okay. Third, most importantly, the probability of clearing this prelims is very high, because this year there is a vacancy more than 1,000. Okay, the vacancies which did not happen minimum of 2 to 3 years from now. Okay, so in future also we don't know if there will be a vacancy more than 1,000, which means that the probability of us clearing this examination is very high. So don't have any question on you. Like, some people will prepare judiciously. Just before 10 days before the examination, they'll get a question, am I ready for this examination? Should I write this examination? These kind of question will arise in their mind. Okay, so don't have those kind of doubts in your mind. I want you all to prepare honestly, and I want you all to get ready for this examination, and use this checklist to check if you are actually ready and go for this examination. Okay, so provided with you preparing honestly, provided with you being smart during this preparation process, and you, before going to what we have to do, I'll give you a 60-day plan. Keep this in mind. So 24 hours a day, that doesn't mean you have to be preparing 24 hours a day. Okay, what you have to do is, you should have a sleep of 6 to 7 hours compulsorily. That's right, 6 to 7 hours compulsorily, because this exam is, any exam, any competitive exam is related to your brain. Your brain needs sleep. Your brain needs a time to recharge. So please give this 6 to 7 hours of sleep a day. And then please don't sleep in your afternoons. Please don't do that, because you have your CSAT paper too. Many people commit this mistake of sleeping in the afternoons. It can be 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hour. Please don't do that. Get ready from today, get ready from tomorrow. Don't sleep in the afternoons. Instead, practice CSAT paper 2. Any topic, just 2 or 3 questions at least practice in that time period of 2 to 4 p.m. Get ready from today. Okay, get ready like how you go for a war. This exam is a war. Keep that in mind. This is a battle. Okay, so you have a complete war to fight, and this preliminary examination is just a battle. So kindly don't sleep in the afternoons. Apart from that, okay, Give a solid 10 hours of time. That split up is upon you. I won't tell you this many hours you have to do this many hours you have to do that. Don't do that. Okay, it is up to you. You prepare, you plan accordingly and follow it. Okay, this is the timing. So you have to sleep 6 to 7 hours, and afternoon kindly don't sleep in the afternoon. Only sleep at the night, or sleep after 5, or sleep before 11, before, like, 12 to 1. Don't sleep at that 2 to 4 time. If it is possible, don't sleep at all. That will be very much advisable. It is possible also. Okay, very much advisable. Take some coffee, take something, do something, go for a walk and come, do that. Don't take your lunch, especially before the examination. Don't take your lunch at this 1 to 2 gap. Take your lunch early. If you feel drowsy, also go for a walk, take a coffee, or just take a power nap before the examination. But don't do this on the daily basis. Okay, this is the plan. So what all you have to cover on the daily basis? Okay, so what are you going to cover is, first you will be covering your subjects, conventional subjects. You have to be covering your current affairs. You have to be doing CSAT 2. See, keep this in mind. Till 2020, we were all preparing, most of the people were preparing for the CSAT paper 2 just 15 days before the examination. But now the CSAT paper 2 has become a paper of elimination. You all people don't fall for that. Okay, don't fall for that. So what you have to do is, you have to include your preparation in this 10 hours. CSAT paper 2 and 1 has to be given equal importance. Okay, at least, not equal importance, at least 2 hours per day should be given for this CSAT paper 2. So 10 hours solid, more than that will be very fine. I'm talking about effective hours. I'm not talking about the total hours. Don't think that ma'am is saying 10 hours is enough. Just don't sit for 10 hours alone. Some people sit for 15 hours, some people sit for 18 hours, but the effective hours will be only 10 hours. What work you have done effectively, that work is useful or not, that is what I'm talking about, is 10 hours, effectively 10 hours. Okay, take a break in between, nothing wrong. Do something what you feel like refreshing, do that and just come back to the studies. Don't just get lost in that relaxation process. So 10 hours daily will definitely take you to this mains. Fine. So first is subject, current affairs, CSAT paper 2. So these three things are the major things you have to do. So this current affairs is what I'm talking about, everything. It can be, monthly current affairs of any, source. And then you have to prepare of economic survey, budget, all these things I'm talking about will be included in this current affairs itself. Okay. So fourth, international organizations. There are many compilations available related to this international organizations. Kindly download it and follow that. Okay. So these are all the most important thing. This is broad category that you have to cover on a daily basis. This international organization is like 5 topics per day, 6 topics per day that can be done. Then the fifth one, very important, just 15 days before the examination, you should stop literally every institution's question papers. You should only be doing previous year questions. Make your mind, train your mind for this UPSC question. Okay. Why I'm telling you is, UPSC preliminary examination is a decision making examination. You should get used to that UPSC question paper. 15 days before, stop all the other question papers. Now, I'm not talking about the subjects current affairs. I'm talking about the question papers. You might have been following a test batch. You might have been, doing something. Stop that and go for previous year question at least 10 days before. Okay, the just 2 days before the exam, don't go for some institute's question paper and just go and write. If there is any institutions which is giving you a previous year question test, that's really good, go for it. But don't go for some question paper which is not previous year question, because your brain has to train for UPSC question. UPSC questions are very unique. It's a combination of your knowledge and your presence of mind. Your brain has to get trained for that. If your brain has to get trained for that, you have to give the proper training, and that only can be given using the previous year questions. So this is a broad category. This you have to be doing religiously every day. So this subjects and current affairs, what I'll tell you is, instead of just sitting and studying some random book, go for questions. There are so many question banks, there are so many institutions which are providing questions. You can go for that, follow questions, practice more and more questions. There are so many sources of questions available. Follow questions, 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 questions.